What's poppin'? What's going on? I wanted to talk about marriage today. What's the purpose of marriage today in this society out here? Unlike how it was in the past, marriages was wholesome. You know, you had man and woman marrying, sticking together, working it out, raising big families. The families was humongous back in the day, like nine. My mother came from a nine sibling household, and that was common back in the day. But as now, what's the purpose of marriage? You know, the family structure ain't there. We don't have like big families like we did in the past. What's the purpose of it? A marriage is a common understanding and a communion between a man and a woman. You know, um, companionship, somebody that's gonna be there with you through the duration. Somebody's got your best interest as far as taking care of you, whereas whether it's financially or when you sickly, somebody got your best interest. You build together, building your portfolio, buying houses, basically, and then raising kids. All that is like the purpose of marriage, of people coming together and having something to show for their existence in today's society, you know. And that's what what I'm saying, we looking at marriage and looking at the situation like the purpose of everything, like like what's what's going on. Unlike what's in the past, man, marriages don't last. Marriages don't last today. The divorce rate is like 70% right now. I mean, the divorce rate is 50%. So when you get married, you got a 50% chance of not going the duration with that person you with. So if you got it's like rolling the dice. If you got a 50% chance of not making it, do people really look at these stats when they get married? Do people really have that understanding? Like, you hook up with somebody, you get to like them, y'all been dating for a while, could be years or whatever the time period is. You be like, you know what? Let's get married. But do them people really look at the situation that's on deck, like the marriages don't last out here? Do they really like, damn, it's a 50% chance that, our marriage ain't gonna work? If people ain't doing that, they need to look at that. And then they need to look at ways to improve their marriage. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at ways to, when you do get into situations down the line, how can you overcome the statistic and have a marriage that's gonna be long lasting? What are some of the things that's gonna keep your marriage together when y'all going through difficulties, adversities, deaths, or whatever the situation may be? That's gonna keep y'all together on one accord. You know, and we come into marriage, like I've been married before, and what I find out in marriage is people don't take the chance of really getting to know each other before they start having kids. I think kids, even though the statistics don't say this, but I truly believe kids is the biggest thing on why relationships doesn't work out, because people get into marriages and they having kids too fast. You know what I'm saying? You really don't even know that person. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying far as a group of people that's getting together without kids. We ain't discussing people that got kids or y'all was in a relationship and y'all had kids. What I'm saying is Even on that level. You know what I'm saying? When you getting with individuals and you making the commitment ship and you trying to build a relationship, and kids should be the last thing on that list. I know females want kids, and that's a big thing for the females, but that should be the last thing on the list. If you truly want to have a successful marriage, why is your whole concept around and pertaining of having kids? First, you got to get to know that person. If I look at a chick and she a certain age, over 40, and I'm talking to her and I ask her about kids and she like, yes, you want kids, I'm not gonna deal with it. That's a red flag for me because I don't want no damn kids. I got kids. I don't need no more kids. And a woman like that, that's her preference, but that's her main goal is to have kids. And a lot of females, it's not about which individual she want to have kids by. It's the fact that she want to have kids, and that it supersedes the relationships. Is what I see. Women want to have kids so bad they'll have kids with anybody, and they'll go in relationships or whole goddamn marriage, and knowing they don't want to be with that man, but they just want to have kids. So they'll utilize that man or use that man to have kids with, and then after they get kids or get it how many kids they want out that relationship, then they file for divorce because women's got the is 70% of the people that's filing for a divorce is the woman. You did. So they got an arterial motive when they're coming into these marriages, and man need to know this. If I'm trying to marry a woman at the age I am, I ain't looking for no chick that's trying to have kids. That's point blank. Seriously, if you over 40, you trying to have kids, then that should be a red flag for any individual trying to marry her. You know what I'm saying? Because her number one goal is to have kids, so she gonna get pregnant quick as possible. And then y'all don't even have an understanding with each other. Y'all ain't gave it enough time for y'all to actually get to know each other. And that's I think that's the main thing in divorce. Me myself personally, I think a person should be together for 5 years. Either it's relationship wise, girlfriend or boyfriend type thing, or marriage. You should be committed to that person for 5 years, 5 to 7 years before y'all even think about having kids. I ain't gonna say think about it, but y'all should be prepared for it. But it should be 5 years that y'all should be together with each other, know each other, and know that this is your person. This your person. This the person I want to spend eternity with. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at the situation. If you ain't on that level and you trying to marry just to have kids and you ain't really letting the man know that, I just want to have kids, you know what I'm saying? I really don't want you, but, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that shit going on out here. And a lot of women is working the system, the child support system. You know what I'm saying? They know they don't want these niggas. You know what I'm saying? But they look at a man, he might be in a good financial situation. He might got a good career or a good job or a good trade or something. And they looking at him as a come up. It's like, well, I want kids. I can have kids with this guy and he can pay child support or whatever the situation may be. But a lot of that shit going on out here right now. And the understanding of the matter is, the people that lose is the kids. Because when you look at the situation in America, the majority of the youth is raised in one family household, whether it be the man or the woman. It's still coming out of one family household. So it's like they not winning in that situation. I don't care who you is. And then you look at a lot of the parents, parents are in their kids' life after the divorce, but it's not the same as a person that's being inside the household that's actually doing some raising of those kids, So the kids is taking an L, and we looking at in society and seeing the things our youths are on, is that has to play a big role and why our kids is acting the way they acting. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the kids is being raised by the mother and not the father. They see a lot of man that's in kids' life, but come on, man. What kind of parent, what type of teaching if you giving the kid if you ain't in that household? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't seeing your kid like once a week, you ain't really doing no parenting. If your kid ain't coming to your household up under your rules 2 or 3 times in a week, man, you really ain't doing no parenting. You know what I'm saying? Parenting is an everyday thing. Look at the female; they parent every day, 365 days a year. They parent around the clock, man. And ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no breaks off for a female. For a woman, it's no breaks off. They got that kid, and they in the trenches with the kid through the duration. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you pay child support and shit like that. You might take care of him financially, but you really ain't attached to the kid emotionally because you're not there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't in the trenches with him. It's like I was telling the story in the other video about me and my biological father. I seen him, but it wasn't like the same as if I was raised up under his household. You know what I'm saying? So the kids is taking a major L in all this shit. And both parties, the man and the woman, is being selfish. You know what I'm saying? People is being real selfish out here. You know what I'm saying? People want kids, but they're not giving their kids what they truly need is both freaking parents inside of that household, man. And you know what I'm saying? And that goes back to another video I did about the blessing. The greatest blessing to man is the woman. And I talked about the elevation in that video about the man. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot to do with the divorce rate. Because we as men, we not elevating to where we need to be so we can maintain our marriages. So we can sustain that woman and sustain our family. We not taking it to that next level, man. So we do have to blame. We can't blame the woman. We not stepping up as man, myself included, to take the relationship to that marriage to where it needed to be. You know what I'm saying? That's why brothers need to look in the mirror. And you know what I'm saying? We can point fingers at the woman all fucking day, but we not standing up. We wasn't standing up because as soon as the divorce happened, we gotta move on. We gotta find somewhere to stay. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take care of that household, and we gotta take care of the household we at. So we consistently working. So we ain't gonna be in the kid's life every day. I mean, it's brothers that do that. Salute to my brothers that's out there that's really handling business out there. You got brothers out there that's really truly handling business. Salute to them. But I'm saying for the average man, we not doing that. We doubted our kids' life like that. Yeah, we do a financial load. We take care of that financial burden. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of our kids and doing things financially, but the kids need us to be there emotionally and to give them knowledge and understanding and to discipline them. You know what I'm saying? We not there for none of that. So therefore, when the kid grows up, you'll have a disconnect with the kid. You feel me? You can talk on your phone with your kid. You know what I'm saying? It's still a gap there. It ain't a truly bond there. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to get that bond, but that kid, all they know is their mother, so they're gonna be 100% attached to their mother. Yeah, you their father, but you know what I'm saying? Moms did all the work. Moms did all the work, and that's how it is. So that's why I'm asking this question: why is people get married out there with an average marriage is a 50% success rate, 50% divorce rate. Then on top of that, the length of the marriage It's 9 to 10 years. 9 to 10 years is the length of the average marriage. If you those that didn't make to that 50%, you got 9 to 10 years. That's insane, man. Then you gotta look at, okay, say you got 10 years with the chick. How many babies you gonna create in that 10 years? Cause you gonna divorce. If you a man and you ain't really standing on business and manhood, you gonna divorce. So within that 10 years, how many kids you done created in that 10 years? Gotta look at that. That's why I go back and say that you should be with a person 5 years minimum before you even think about having fucking kids, man. You and that person need to bond. Y'all need to know each other and have understanding with each other and a good relationship as well as a good friendship with each other. Because just to be making kids out here, to be raised by single parents, that's not good for the kids. Because see, what happens is the kids are deficient. I will say it again, the kids are deficient in single parent households. Why you say that? Because they only grasping the knowledge from the mother. You know what I'm saying? Which is the feminine knowledge. They're not grasping the knowledge from the father, which is a masculine knowledge. See what I'm saying? So they one-sided with their knowledge base. All they game, all they maneuvers, all the emotions and things of that nature comes from their mother. Because you can't say it comes from you, even though you talk on the phone. You're not in the trenches with your family. You're not there every day with your family. Your kids ain't looking and seeing how you react to different scenarios and different situations. So all that stuff comes from the woman. And which is the average woman, knowledge is a feminine knowledge. Because they from female. That's feminine. That's what they come with. That's how the Most High created them. A soft side. So their knowledge is coming from that. You as man, you come from masculinity. You did. You have a masculine knowledge. You have a whole type of different knowledge from the woman. Even though women can pick up different knowledge by her being with different multitudes of men, in which they do occasionally. That's why you'll be around a woman and she be gamed up. Because she been around some people that gamed her up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. I've been around females so cold with it. Because they've been around certain types of men that install that game in their life. So they utilize it in their daily life. But for the average female, she ain't gonna get that masculine knowledge, which is developing manhood. You feel me? It's certain things that men do, and it's certain things that female does. You did. So when a kid is raising up and he's acquiring his knowledge and he's looking at his parents and he's seeing how pops handle different situations and he's seeing how moms handle different situations, and then when he raises up and become an adult, he can reflect back to his parents, to mom, okay, pops did it like this. The same problem, now we're speaking on the same problem. Pops handle that situation this way, but mom's handle that situation this way. Then he can either follow the knowledge, the path that his father laid, or he can follow the path of his mother laid, or he could combine both of their knowledge together and come out with his own production. You did. But if the kid don't have the masculine knowledge and he only working with the feminine, then he only can react the knowledge of what the mother has installed in them. That's how it works. So that's why I call single parent kids in that state. Because they ain't getting both knowledges. They only getting one knowledge. And usually it comes from the mother. Now let's say that's the man with the single parent is a male, a man. Now he raising kids. Now they gonna get a masculine knowledge. Their knowledge is of masculinity. That's where their knowledge comes from. They ain't getting the feminine side. You see? So they still deficient because they don't have understanding of that feminine knowledge. So they still deficient. You go out here, not saying they won't be successful, nothing like that, but you go out here in areas throughout life in different groups of people, and you see kids raised up by male and female. They have understanding of a lot of things. They saw their father do things. They saw their mother do things. And when you got that and you combine that together, then you got a production. You got a production. You can do this way, you can go that way, or you can come up with your own scenario. See what I'm saying? So you actually working with three. You got the feminine knowledge, you got the masculine knowledge, and then you got your own knowledge because you combining their two knowledge together and coming up with your own ideas and ways of doing things. So that's basically three knowledges. You feel me? Now, when kids is raised by the mother, they're going to develop some of her qualities. And whatever her qualities may be, that's going to be installed into the kids. Same way as the man. Whatever the situation, the man, if he's a single parent and they don't have no mother, the same qualities going to be installed from him. Now, factors working in this. Now, if they got grandparents that's in the role, you know, if the woman has a father in the role and the kids around the grandfather, then they getting the masculine knowledge from the grandfather. That's a good thing. Same way with the male. If the man got his mother, their grandmother in there, so they'll get the feminine knowledge for the grandmother. See how it works? That's a good thing. But it's not like getting it from your parent. It's not like a two-family household. Because as kids, you know, when I was a kid, we watched our parents do all different types of things. We said, what's like, damn, why mom's doing this? Why pop's doing it? We seen the arguments. We seen, you know what I'm saying, the bills being paid. We seen how the household was ran. You know what I'm saying? We seen the happiness. We seen all this. So all that was a learning tool in our life. So we became an adult, you know, coming out the gate. We had certain types of things and certain types of memories that throughout our childhood we seen to our parents do, and we can apply them in our daily life and make, you know what I'm saying, our life more successful. And goes back to what I was saying. I'm like, why people get married and you know that you're gonna have kids and you ain't gonna give kids the full benefit of what they are meant to have. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids, not saying the kid won't be successful if they're coming out single parent household. We ain't saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that a kid that's coming out of a two-parent household have certain types of knowledge and have certain type of qualities that a person that's coming out of one household wouldn't have. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So, goes back to what I'm saying is, if you ain't with a person for 5 years, I'm talking about in a relationship, I'm talking about in a committed relationship, whether it be marriage or, you know, y'all committed to each other for 5 years, y'all shouldn't even be trying to have no kids, man. And I see that a lot out here in society, man. People getting together, only being together. Some kids come out at one night stand. Some people have relationships, kids within a year. Y'all don't even know that person. A year ain't enough time to know who you dealing with, and that's why so many failed marriages out here, because you don't have no understanding who the hell you dealing with. It takes time for you to get to vet a person and get to know a person. You could be with a person and be like, man, a year and be like, it might start off good, but after that year, you like, man, I don't like this motherfucker. I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this female. Feeling like, I don't like this nigga. And then y'all can part ways without having motherfucking kids. It'll be just a smooth break. You'll never hear or talk to that person again in your life. Mm-hmm. But when you have kids, that's a whole nother motherfucking scenario. You don't like that person, y'all end up breaking up, but now y'all got a kid right there. So ain't no smooth break. You got responsibilities now. Now the hate come in, like, damn, I can't stand this bitch. Nigga, I can't stand this nigga. But y'all gotta raise y'all kid. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't fair to the kid. You know what I'm saying? Kids, you just look at the kid, all these kids coming up in single parent households, man. They basically raising themselves. They are raising themselves. And then you wonder, well, all these kids bad, or these kids this. No, nigga, because ain't nobody there to teach them. Because the mother, if she coming out of single parent household, the mother got to work. Most mothers out there working and grinding and doing boss shit. So who teaching the kids? The father ain't there. He's somewhere else paying bills, paying child support, whatever the situation may be. So the kids is basically raising themselves. So what you have now in today's society is basically youth that then raise their fucking self. Now you try to come in and try to tell them what the fuck they do, and they looking at you like, what, motherfucker? Where was you at when I was in the trenches, nigga? When y'all was at work, nigga, I was out here, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this shit by myself since day one. Well, you know? So, it is what it is. That's why it's always good to have two-parent households, man. You can't look at, I look at parents as being selfish, you know? Because they don't take in consideration of the kids. Because you hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, don't stay with a person because of the kids." You know what I'm saying? If you ain't happy, just leave. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. That's straight fucking bullshit, nigga. Happy my motherfucking ass, nigga. You wasn't happy when your ass was slanging dick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You was happy when you was slanging dick. Nothing all up in the female. That female was happy when them legs was goddamn touching the goddamn bedpost and shit. Her little freaky ass. Y'all was happy then, nigga. Now that you ain't raised this kid, kids come out and down the line, y'all ain't happy with each other. Now y'all want a divorce. But the kid is taking that freaking L though. The kid is taking that fucking loss. Cause you ain't happy. You listen to all these goofy ass advice and shit. Nah, stay your monkey ass there and finish your motherfucking job, nigga. That's your responsibility as a parent. Is to see to your kids get the best, nigga. It ain't about you no more. After you start having kids, it's about the upliftment and the bringing and the producing of your motherfucking children. But motherfuckers so selfish nowadays that they're only concerned about is themselves. That's why they got counseling. You can go counseling. You know what I'm saying? If you having problems in marriages, go to counseling. You know what I'm saying? Your kid 10 years old, all you got is 8 more years till they get to college, then separate. That's why I ain't seen a lot of guys do this, especially white dudes. I ain't seen a lot of white dudes do this shit. And they been with some bitches. I ain't seen shit that they put up with so much shit. I mean, some terrible ass women. but they stayed with their kid to got their kid out that house right and got their ass into college. And once that kid got into college, they was gone. Like, pew, them niggas was out of there. Kids in college now, I ain't staying here. You know what I'm saying? But they fulfilled their responsibility as a motherfucking man. It did. That's what manhood and shit come in at. Yeah, anybody can walk up and fucking leave. And a woman got to there and stay there and bury them goddamn kids. Yeah, you knew who she was when you was, you know what I'm saying, laying pipe up in. You knew what type of woman she was, nigga. But you yet and still, you had kids with that woman. So you should have stayed there and finished the fucking job. That's just me talking. Fuck that soft shit. Stay in the motherfucking trenches. Stay down there doing what you need to be doing. What you're supposed to be doing. Raising your motherfucking kids. Like I said, go back. Them cats wait till them kids get 18 and they gone. They got their money stacked up. You know what I'm saying? They got their outlet plan. So when they leave, it's good. Yeah, you can keep the fucking house. I don't even want the fucking house. I'm good. I got a whole nother situation over here. And women do the same shit too. A woman could be in a relationship and they've been in a relationship 20, 25, 30 years and they get out, they get their monies together, get their body situated, and all of a sudden, oh, I want a divorce. And you've been paying the bills all these fucking years, you don't got no paper stacked up, but she got a fucking nest egg over there, you know what I'm saying? She's been listening to financial advisors all her motherfucking life. You've been out there, you know what I'm saying, working hard, buying her all the shit she need, taking care of everything. You left your health go to waste. You sickly. Your dick ain't getting hard like it's supposed to. She bouncing. You been with her 25, 30 years. She bouncing. She want a divorce. And she gonna take the fucking house. Now you out there looking stupid. Don't got no savings. Nothing. All you know is this motherfucking female. Why get married? Kids, adults, why get married? Now you taking a major L. Now you gotta go back out there, find somewhere to stay, and rebuild your life. And you sickly, and you sick that she leaving your rusty ass. So why get married? This shit happen every day. I remember watching on motherfucking television. They had a thing up in Canada and shit about homelessness within men. They said that the homeless rate in men is ridiculous. At a certain age, like, and they once you hit 50, 55 and shit, then that's when men start becoming homeless. It was this white dude, man. I'll never forget this shit. He had a good job. And he was the breadwinner in the household his whole life. He raised all his kids and shit. And then all of a sudden, he was out there busting ass, taking care of. All of a sudden, his wife wanted a divorce. His wife turned his kids against him. Took the house, he paid the house off his shit. Had a big, nest egg of money. She took all that shit. His ass sickly and shit. That's what happened. His ass got sick. And he couldn't, you know what I'm saying, do the manly duties that he needed to be doing. He couldn't bring money into the household. Don't you know his kids and his wife, they all turned their back on his ass. And his ass was out there in Canada, homeless, looking stupid. And he gave these motherfuckers the world. He did everything in his life to take care of these motherfuckers. And he turned their back when he couldn't produce. And that's a quote that we say, that it's going to be a time in life where, as a man, it's like, no matter how much money you making, your wife and your kids won't be satisfied of your earnings. So you'll have to go out there and do things that's illegally just to try to satisfy them and satisfy their appetite. And that time is basically now, man. You see how the wave is. They're calling you broke if you got this certain jobs. If you don't got, making 7 figures a year, you a broke nigga. Shit like that. Everybody got this big appetite for money. And they turned their back on this man. This nigga been busting his ass his whole fucking life for him. Now he out there homeless. She got the house paid off, got a younger boyfriend, and they just living the best life. So I asked, what is the point of getting married in these days? If marriage is only last 9 motherfucking years, what the fuck is the point? 50% of success rate. And you going into marriage half-ass. You thinking you just your soulmate. And this bitch got a whole motherfucking plan over here. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, they used to have insurance on the niggas. They be killing niggas with the food. Get the insurance policy off niggas. Now, niggas trying to eat healthy and take care of their bodies, they leaving niggas. The niggas still around here getting married. And we supposed to be married because, most religions say you supposed to be married. But look at this condition and climate of marriage, man. It's not a good thing on both ends, especially not for men. Because at the end of the day, if you don't got a mate with you and you ain't elevated to where you was supposed to be and steady elevate, man, you got to be phenomenal as a man nowadays. Even to maintain a woman, nigga. For the duration, you got to be a phenomenal motherfucker. You got to have that bag. You got to have status. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the respect. That's when your family gravitate. If you ever notice about a man, and most men like that, motherfuckers only call on you when they need shit from you. If you ain't have a real good bond with your family, motherfuckers only call you when they need shit. That's man shit. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you. Whatever they need shit, they can call on you. The good old ATM. Oh, I need this. Okay, no problem. They're working the shit out you. Especially them daughters. Them daughters will work the shit out your ass. But your daughters are, one thing about the daughters, I do give the daughters credit. They will hold your ass down. Especially if you take care of your daughter, she'll hold you down. The rest of them niggas is not. So what's the point of getting married? You know what I'm saying? So my solution is people need to come into relationships and understand this is a fucking contract. This is a business. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the idea and understanding. Fuck all that gullible shit. Oh, I'm in love. I'm gonna be with her forever and all that. Nah, nigga. Fuck that shit. That's bullshit. Nah, it don't work like that. You gotta come into marriage like this. 5 years, no kids. 5 years, no motherfucking kid. I don't give a fuck if the bitch 62, bitch, and she won't keep bitch. You ain't had no kids till you 67, bitch. You feel me? No kids for 5 motherfucking years. We vetting for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? We getting our finances together. We planning these kids. We getting our house together. Where we gonna stay, careers, all that shit need to be taken care of within 5 years of the marriage. Whatever the whole motherfucking plan need to be written down. Goals need to be knocked down. And them kids need to be planned. And you should have enough money to sustain them kids and shit and have a nice next egg. So that'll take burden off the motherfucking marriage. financially. You know what I'm saying? When the 5 years get this as far as marriage. When the 5 years get here, then you should go to the woman, or the woman go to him. Y'all should renew y'all vows after 5 years to see if y'all want to stay together, to see if she committed to each other. See, the marriage contract should be 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and 20 years. Each time that you got a 5-year contract, you come 5 years, y'all want to stay together, and renew the marriage, then boom, y'all get another 5 years. 10 years, y'all do it again, and you get another 5 years. Then 15 years, y'all do it again, then the 20 years. That's how it should work. You gotta run this shit like a fucking business, man. And I understand, like, certain financial advisors I listen to, females, and when they were saying this shit, I didn't really understand. I was like, nah, they been on some hating shit. But when I started studying and looking at this shit, I'm like, nah, they on some real shit. They was saying like motherfucking individuality as far as the finances. And I understand what they saying. Now, you gotta have individual goals for your finances, man. You know what I'm saying? In the combined income, man. In this weather, nah. Fuck nah. Nah. You can't be taking care of these women and you know you got a 50% chance of that marriage surviving, and you got after 9, 10 years, this marriage ain't gonna last, nigga. You cannot be taking care of no motherfucking woman in this motherfucking climate, nigga. That is just, no, that's insane, nigga. Fuck no. Hell no. Why would I do that? And I know I got a 50% chance of this woman staying with me. It doesn't make sense. You gotta tie your camel, man. You gotta have your shit together. Cause if this woman leaves, I'm good. And the same thing with the woman. If this guy leaves me, I'm good. I got money. I remember this incident that I seen on Instagram some time back where the chick I think she took like $30,000 out the nigga account. Well, she had a separate bank account with $30,000 in it, but she got it from her husband. She was a stay-at-home wife. And nigga was tripping. And my thing, she was on point. But the thing she didn't do, she should have asked the nigga for the money. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't have stole. She was stealing the money. That's what she fucked up at, was because she was stealing. But if you're a single motherfucking, if you're a woman and your man wants you to be a stay-at-home wife, that nigga's supposed to be paying you. Facts. That nigga's supposed to be paying you. And that's law, nigga. If you stupid as hell, if you a woman married and this nigga is taking care of you and that nigga ain't paying you a salary, nigga, you stupid. You big stupid. What if something happened to that nigga? What if that nigga divorced you? You know what I'm saying? That was common back in like the 70s and 80s. That's why women got smarter out here. Because motherfuckers be taking care of these housewives and he's having kids by the woman, and then they get a nice little young chick and just bounce and just leave the woman with no money, no nothing, and just be gone. Now you can't do that shit now. You got child support, they'll run your ass down. You know what I'm saying? But the thing of the matter is, if you a woman and you a woman, a stay-at-home woman, and your man, he gotta pay you. He should be paying you. Our salary. That's for your protection. Yeah, she was right. She shouldn't have stole the money, but she should have had this conversation with like, no, nigga, fuck all that bullshit, nigga. I need to be paid. I'm not about to sit here and look cute for your motherfucking ass. And if your ass want to go cheat or go with somebody else, see, that's how they was trapping a lot of women. That's why a lot of women is bitter. Because they'll get the woman to be a stay-at-home wife and shit. And she depended on this nigga. Yeah, she got all the luxuries and shit. But this nigga out there slinging major dick out here. He's slinging major dick. And he get caught. You know what I'm saying? But they got laws and shit now that the woman entitled to have. That's why they come up with laws that the woman entitled to halfway. Niggas be crying about money. That's law, nigga. She gotta get paid, nigga. She gotta get paid. You can't have a motherfucker woman, a stay-at-home wife, and you want her like this shit, and think she don't supposed to get half of that paper. She's supposed to get half of that paper, my nigga. I know niggas don't like hearing that shit, but she entitled to half of that paper. She entitled to, and Mike, she entitled to a nice portion of that motherfucking money, nigga. Especially if you're a boss nigga. She gotta get some of that paper, nigga. You should, matter of fact, if you was a man, if you standing on manhood, you'll make sure she taken care of. That's what men do. Why be with a woman for 5, 10, 15, 20 years and shit, and y'all end up breaking up, and she was a housewife all the time, and you gonna leave her in the fucking trash can, leave her without shit, man. You a scumbag, nigga. You ain't no man. That's male shit, nigga. A man gonna make sure that woman taken care of, my nigga. That's your responsibility. My teachings, we supposed to take care of the women anyway. That's how we was taught, like, take care of the women, man. Don't do them women like that. Yeah, you gotta take care of the woman. She's supposed to have money, cuz. When you leave that woman, she's supposed to be good. You can't leave no woman and she on the verge of homelessness, nigga. She out in the motherfucking streets, man. Your life will be cursed, bro. That shit, especially a good woman, that shit'll come back on your ass. She entitled to this if she a housewife. If she out there working and getting her own money, that's a different situation. You know, if you got kids, you got to take care of your kids, but you got to take care of that woman. That's why they come up with the child support shit. Because niggas was bouncing and leaving these women broke as hell. That ain't right. You have to take care of the kids. You got a stay-at-home, a housewife, and y'all break up. Matter of fact, you got a housewife, you should be paying her. She got to have money for herself. Mm-hmm. She got to have her money. You supposed to be paying her. You supposed to be giving her a portion of your earnings, bro. Real talk. Don't be no selfish nigga. You got to give her a portion of your earnings so she can be comfortable. So she can be like, I'm good. My baby taking care of me. When a woman knows you taking care of her like that, then she gonna gravitate towards you. She gonna like, nigga, I'm good. Nigga, fuck you niggas out. My baby taking care of me. And I got a motherfucking nice bank account over here. And some shit pop off. So, yeah, take care of your woman. But why get married, though? Marriage is a business, bro. You gotta look at marriage as a business, man. Like I was stating, 5, 10 years, y'all renew your vows. You know what I'm saying? Y'all agree, like we're gonna renew. When you get to the 5, we're gonna renew it, get married again. 10 years, same thing, 15, 20, and going through the duration every 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So that way, when y'all get to that point, y'all don't be wasting each other's time. Like I said, motherfuckers be with motherfuckers 20, 25 years, and woman bounce. Like, nigga, I'm gone. I'm out. Adios. That way, it keep man on top of his game. See, the problem is, we as men, we don't be on top of our game, bro. We get, I said this before in other videos, we get comfortable with the female. We put too much emphasis on the female or what the female doing. We ain't taking care of ourselves. We ain't taking care of our bodies. We ain't taking care of the things that our fulfillment to our families and shit. We ain't elevating financially. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be pushing towards something, man. If you ain't pushing towards something, if you just content with the little monies you making, if you ain't got a real goal or a real mission out here, then yeah, you getting complacent, man. So the woman is watching you like, this nigga's a deadbeat, and she might be around boss niggas, suited and booty, big cars, whatever. But that ain't even the issue. It's just the point that you gotta be competing out here every day as a married man. You gotta compete. You gotta compete. ain't no time off as a man, man. And I'm understanding this man shit. This man shit beautiful. Ain't no time off, my nigga. It's always some more of it, my nigga. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no time off when you're a man, baby. You always gotta be elevating, man. And especially if you're married, that's how you keep your woman with you. That's how you keep your woman on point, because you always gotta be elevated. You always gotta be fresh, clean, and handling your business, man. You can't just be, oh, I got this woman, she gonna be, nah, fuck all that busted. That's busted talk, man. You gotta be out here elevating, moving towards something. You gotta have goals. You gotta have ambition, man. And you gotta take care of your family. Your wife gotta, if she'll stay at home mom, you gotta break her off, bro. That's just how it is. Don't do no fucking female like that, bro. Like I said, the Most High gonna protect the female regardless, nigga. And another thing, while we talking on that subject, if you got a good woman and she a stay-at-home mom and she a good, I'm talking about a good one, and your ass out there cheating, that's your ass. Let me say that again. If you got a good motherfucking woman, especially a God-fearing woman, on some religion type understanding, and she really out there in the church or wherever the masjid or wherever she may be at, and your ass out there slanging dick, well, you better watch yourself, boy. A lot of niggas come up dead, niggas be like, what happened? He dead? He died. Nigga die in his sleep, die in accident. You better watch yourself, buddy. Real talk, you better watch yourself. Especially if you ain't taking care of that woman. You might get the benefit of the doubt if you really taking care of her. But if you ain't taking care of her, nigga, and you out here in the streets, boy, you better be careful. Especially with them religious women, because they be praying, nigga. They'll pray up on some shit and have your ass in a fucked up situation. Fuck up your health and everything. So you better be careful. You know what I'm saying? So I asked that question, why get married though? Marriage is a big responsibility, man. We jump into marriage like thinking everything gonna be sweet. You know what I'm saying? Marriage is a big freaking responsibility. Big freaking responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got kids involved. And if you have kids, man, that's what I said. You date the woman. I mean, you ain't married to her, but you still dating her. And them 5 years, then had a kid. That means y'all gonna be together expectedly for the duration. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you start having kids, because you got your shit together.